welcome to my channel today. I'm Tara with Pieces of Tara Artistry. Thank you for joining me today. Today is the Pouring from Coast to Coast collaboration group. My friends Garrick Brown Art. We have Maida Pours, Chris Jessic, Fluid Art and More, and Britt Clayton Design. All of us do a collaboration every other Friday, doing different techniques. Sometimes we challenge each other and sometimes we just get to do whatever we want. So if you are following this train, Britt is after me, and I hope you guys check out all of their channels and make sure to subscribe because they're all amazing artists. So today I am going to be doing a cloudy Dutch pour. So a couple of weeks back, I did a collaboration with Tiffany from Willie B Studios, and we were working on these cloudy Dutch pours, kind of combining a Dutch pour with a cloud pour and seeing what would happen. And I did two different paintings at that point, and you guys have already seen one that I did, and this is the other one that I did. So I'm gonna let you guys watch. I hope you like it. So I did resin it, so I will show those results at the end. So let's get to the painting.
Okay, so I'm putting down my base coat. I don't know, my camera didn't start right away. So that is a Prussian blue base with a Amsterdam titanium white base. I'm split basing it, but kind of doing it very, off center-ish. I had kind of an idea in my head as to what I wanted to do on this one. And up to this point, I had not... This was my first cloudy Dutch pour that I did. The other video that you saw with similar colors, it was my second attempt at this. And you'll see at the end why I redid it and why you didn't see this one right away. But I am telling you, this one has grown on me so much, and I resined it on top of it, and it looks really pretty. I do need to put one more coat of resin on it because the canvas was a little bit loose to start with, and I did spray the back before I resined it, but I think that it was just still a little bit too loose, so it sagged in the middle with the weight of the resin, and so it pulled away from the edges. So I am going to need to do one more coat of resin, which is fine. I might actually resin the back first, just so I don't get that pull away again. But anyway, back to the painting. So this one, I really love this. It really has grown on me. And the reason why you didn't see it at first is because when I use the cloud mix, which is Tiffany Bergeron, it's her recipe. It's like 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part Vallejo Pearl Medium, and 1 part Artist Loft Soft Body. And my paint, the rest of my paints all use a 50-50, 50% Floetrol, 50% GAC 800 mix for the pouring medium. But I didn't use that with the cloud mix. So I think because of that, it dried at a different rate than the rest of my paints on the canvas, and I ended up getting some cracking and some crazing, and so that sent me on. I didn't really think about it, my paints being different recipes at the time, but I don't think normally it is too much of an issue, but because this pearl medium, it dries a little faster, I think, than my other paints. I think that it ended up with the cracking and the little bit of crazing that I got. So I worked on this one for quite a while. You guys have had a lot of questions about this straw with the little attachment on it. It is from the Paint Pour store, and I love it. It's like one of my favorite tools these days, and you've probably seen it in many of my other videos recently. I saw it on Instagram, and so I went on there and I ended up buying it, and I think it was less than $20 for I think including shipping. So it's pretty inexpensive. Paint Pour store, and I will have a link to it in the description box. There is a coupon code. Lombardi is the coupon code for 15% off even. So it's a pretty good deal, and I love this. And you'll know that because you've seen it on so many of my recent videos. So yeah, go check that out in the description box if you're wondering about this little straw thing. So I really do kind of work on this one for a while, kind of maneuvering the composition a little bit, and then I am going to spin it, see what happens. I don't know, I was really just playing with this one. I've been trying to play with some different techniques lately because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get bored doing the same technique over and over again, and I have to kind of change things up a little bit. So I'm actually even playing with some of my formulas for my Dutch pour. This is a thicker formula than I normally use, and the reason being is if you're spinning your art or a Dutch pour, if it's too thin, it'll just fly off and you will get no composition at all. So that's something to be mindful of if you are wanting to spin a Dutch pour. So I've been kind of thickening up some of my recipes, and that's really been helping with keeping a better composition for a spin. And that was a pretty fast spin, you guys. If you're gonna spin, I would suggest starting out slower and then going faster. I don't know, I'm so used to spinning a bloom, which I usually give a pretty hefty spin for, so I just didn't even think about it when I spun this. Thankfully, my paints were thick enough that they didn't go flying. And as I was kind of spinning, I was seeing, what was happening, and it was okay that I did, that I that I spun it this fast. These actually might be sped up as well, a couple of times, like times 2. And then I know like this here, some of my stuff is sped up like 600 times, or 6 times. So anyway, stick around for the end result. I do show how it does get that cracking and crazing. And so next time I try this one, I am going to definitely make sure that I use in the Vallejo Pearl Medium that I add in some GAC 800 as well, just to make sure that all my paints are drying at the same rate. But this cloud mix does create some pretty cool effects, like almost like these cloudy effects, but it's almost like X-ray a little bit. So maybe when you see the end results, you'll think that as well. And even like now, I can see kind of like an X-ray look to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing things. You guys let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy or what. So this is the wet results. See those puffy clouds? They really turned out. This is a cool technique and really something fun to do. In the wet results, you can't really see the what's it called? The TLP macaw very well. But once you see the dry results, you'll see the macaw. I'll make sure to take you in and give you a close-up of that, but I love that puffy center there. It looks pretty cool, right? So here's the dry results. Now I did resin it, and it like gave it some new life, and it looks really cool resined. And like I said in the beginning, I do have to re-resin it, and you can see kind of in there some of that cracking that happened and crazing. Here in the center there, you can kind of see the macaw. You can see it, oh, there you go, that's better. You can see it really well when you're looking at it, but trying to film this, it just does not, it doesn't work very well with all the lighting. But yeah, so you can see some of that, some crazing that happened with those, it kind of flocculated those pigments a little bit. But I still think it turned out cool. It is really beautiful resin. I have to say, resin does like make the shine gorgeous. But yeah, see, there's the crack. There's the most cracking that I got. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. If you are going to be in Seattle next week, we'll be teaching there, the Fluid Art Experience. Otherwise, PourCon is August 6th through the 9th in sunny Las Vegas. So head over to pourcon.com for more details, and head to Brick Clayton Design now.